I'm streaming from my phone. Oh. Okay, I don't know if I'm connected. I'm connected. Awesome. This is time for me to get some exercise. I hope this is endurance. If you want to know what it's like for me to do this, develop asthma, have a terrible lung infection for 3 weeks. Maybe 3.5 weeks. I don't know the math on it. And then work on recovery. And I don't know, whatever you weigh, subtract that from 335 pounds and put that amount of weight on your body while you're doing this. After spending a month of absolute inactivity. So, I don't know if anybody will come to join this or anything like that, but I'm here. I thought what I'd do is a little bit of talking about my recovery and showing people what it's like for me to exercise. I'm walking at a very, very slow pace. And I remembered that I have an app that'll help me track this exercise, which would be good for, well, some of it I'm just going to have to remember because I didn't think of it earlier in the last couple of weeks that I could, when I get on here, I could track it. But I'm trying to do it on an incline and a speed where my legs don't hurt too much. I have a nerve disorder in my legs. My left leg always hurts when I get going. And sometimes it goes away, but it feels like numbness. It's a sciatica type thing, but I also have some crushed disc in my back that are on my nerves as well. You know, literally on my nerves. So, yeah, it's not 100% clear that I'm broadcasting on this app. I'm trying to stream lives again on my phone. It sometimes works. And you get a little bit of video of me. My head's been bleeding. Yesterday morning I was talking to a flurf, and when I went to shave, blood came out of my head. So I'm pretty sure that my brain started bleeding from talking to a flat earther. And I've talked a lot about why do people not believe the things that people say? Why do they not believe doctors and nurses and researchers that are well read on subjects like pharmaceuticals and their efficacy? And they're well read on other treatment modalities and their efficacy. Well, I talk to people like that as often as they let me. I try not to bother them. Like, I try not to call people regularly and bug them. I sometimes will text them if I have a thought, or I'll send an email. But when I'm actively working, as I am on my fellowship project, I have more interactions with folks like this. And I have a couple of friends who are PhDs in a more casual way, but also have some, I'll call them colleagues, because I'm sure they would call me a colleague because I'm involved in their research. And I am a researcher. I helped develop a research project, and I have a published paper. Hey, Tori. Now, I was not the main author. I was a co-author on the paper. But I was a co-author, and I worked on developing a way to survey and ask questions that would help give us some information. Hell trees, hell Tori. And, yeah. Well, they say if you're going through hell, keep going. You know? It looks like when I address people, it's turning my words into something. So that's kind of good. So hello, look at the trees. I'm gonna see if it works when I say that. It was great to see everybody. I'm not sure how this is working. Actually, I think what it's doing is it's deciding to put up what look at the trees said on the screen in a different manner, which is really cool. Oh, this hurts a lot. I've done this for almost 8 minutes now, walking at a very slow pace. And I also want to show off my my shirt from Dr. Teeth and the Electric Mayhem. And my Bluetooth was an Electric Mayhem this morning, trying to get connected to the treadmill and connected to this program. This is Streamlabs, and I think this is going to look like a mobile thing, like where it's like vertical. I don't know how that goes. I've seen DC do it, and it looks funny. And the biggest problem I have is that it comes up as like a short type thing, where if I touch it with my thumb to see what's going on in the chat, if I'm watching someone else's one on this type of thing, I'll end up flipping to someone else's live stream that's done like this TikTok style, right? And I'm not on TikTok. Like, I have a TikTok, but I never broadcast anything on TikTok. And so I'm not reaching people over there, and maybe I need to work on that. So, my leg is hurting like a mofo right now. So, I'm gonna try to keep going. I basically have from my ass. I should be more medically correct. My gluteal muscles and nerves from my low back, just above my left buttock and through my buttock to, I don't know if there's a term for this. I think people are aware. I can talk about, I'm not sure if I'm allowed to talk about asses on YouTube, but I think most people's asses have like sort of like a little crease that you might not see if they're like in a certain position, but when you move your legs sort of straight up and down underneath you, there's like a crease. And from that point where buttock becomes leg, down my whole outer thigh, it kind of skips my knee and then goes into my calf and my shin and down into my foot, and I have this numbness through my leg, and it's making it very hard for me to stay upright. But what I'm going to do today is I'm going to try to do this. I'm going to try to do a couple of deadlifts and show what my situation is. It's not coming up on the YouTube or TV. It's a mobile stream. Yeah, so, Tori, you're saying it's not working for you from what I can see, yeah. Yeah, it is strange. I don't know how that works, but thank you for sharing that. I'm not used to using this mobile program. I've done it a couple of times. The last time I did it, I think I was heading up north to visit my family in the earlier summer, and that was when my son got pneumonia that same weekend, I'm pretty sure. Could have been when I was going to do something else. Oh. And now I'm getting low glucose alarm. I eat cereal. I have a metal rod from ankle to knee and foot. Feels like rubber. Yeah, I get that, Trees. I think, Trees, were you injured in the military? I don't want to tell you the wrong story, but I think I remember you saying that at one point. But go ahead and share if you feel like it, and don't if you don't want to. To be fair, my internet is being janky. Okay, I actually read that you were jerking off on the internet, Tori, and that's not something I want to suggest that you're doing. But it's very small on my screen, and I saw my internet being jerk off. I'm like, maybe it is being a jerk off, but yeah, as an insult, not as an activity. No, you didn't. Okay, it didn't happen in the military. Okay, well, I mean, you can get injured. I've never been in the military. I've delivered stuff to military bases, and I have great respect for our military. Anybody that serves their country, I think I said that yesterday. Anybody that serves your country in the military, it's shit pay, shit treatment, and an important job. Because, our military here in Canada, they do all sorts of training exercises and stuff. But we have people and equipment, and even if we're not fighting a particular war, we're out training and defending certain areas and helping support the oppressed. I hope we support the right people. I have to trust that we do. But I also know that when bad things happen, our military men and women jump into action. And I think in the States they have like a National Guard where there's like military people that'll help. He lost. He was being stupid. Okay, Tori. Well, I'm being stupid too because I'm reading stuff fast and the screen on my phone is so small. And I've been doing 15 minutes at a time on the treadmill up till today. I took a break yesterday because I was having dizzy spells. I really wanted to go on the treadmill. And I was supposed to do it multiple times a day, but I've been doing 2 is my maximum so far. I did 2 on Sunday. But yesterday I did some outside walking, which is much harder for a shorter time. But I did it to get stuff done. And if my leg comes back, I have a special announcement. Today is the day I'm going to try riding my motorcycle. I'm going to go out there, I'm going to clean it up, I'm going to pump up the tires, I'm going to start it, and I'm going to take it for a ride. Not very far. I'll probably ride to the next town over and do a run around the block and come back. But I haven't been on my motorcycle since July, and my brake pads went funny, and I think they got worn out fast because my bearing went and was rubbing them and I didn't know it. And then they just didn't make it through this season. A firearm discharge in a holster due to a backpack strap. Oh, fuck. Trees. That sucks. That sucks. I was actually thinking, while I'm off, I'm gonna get all my firearms out, give them a clean, and I have a couple that I inherited from my grandfather. I was the only one in the family with a firearms license, so they were given to me. We're gonna have a look at them and see. There's one is a 30-30 lever, I'm pretty sure. But I want to get it checked out by a gunsmith. I gotta get some money together after I stop being sick. My guns are not my main priority though. But I'd love to get them together and I keep them under lock and key and stuff, but I'd love to have a display case that's locked up. I'm gonna work on getting that together at some point. The trees, it sucks. Firearm discharge. Oh, I don't care who you are, that's gonna hurt. That's just not fun. Alright, so I've almost made it to 15 minutes on the treadmill. Now, I'd like to know what weight you want to see me deadlift today. Anything up to 400 pounds is reasonable. I could do it. So if anybody's in the chat and has a request for a mass for Al Trucker to lift as his top deadlift weight today, I'm ready to do anything up to 400. I've got 135 on the ground right now. I'm going to warm up with that. Past 15 minutes. I haven't done any extra speed. I'm going to do some extra incline. I'm going to make it harder to walk. Oh. And yeah, trees, I'm sorry you hurt yourself. Oh, that sucks big time. But, and yeah, the fact that it went off accidentally. And the thing is, you know, a backpack strap or whatever it was. Did you say it was a backpack strap? Yeah, backpack strap. And backpack straps can be a pain in the ass. Who's gone through a doorway with a backpack strap and gotten caught? Or I happen to be the right height to have my belt loops catch on a door handle sometimes. I'm not a tall man. I'm just very large. 335 pounds. I'm broad in the shoulders. I'm not super narrow in the hip. I'm kind of built like a... You ever seen a brutalist architecture? I'm kind of like a brutalist building with a pot belly and a giant bald head. Do you feel strong enough to do, Tori? Okay, I mean, I'm looking for requests. I'll put a weight on. I have more than 400 pounds here, but that's my max deadlift ever was 500. I did 500 pounds a few years back. Haven't really gone back to it because I hurt my arm shortly after I did that max deadlift. And after ripping my arm apart, I stopped worrying about that stuff. 400 I'll do with straps. Anything up to 300 I'll do without straps. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to put a camera on what I'm doing. And I have an idea about it. Let me know what happens when I turn the camera this way. You guys can still see me, right? It just makes everything look janky. It looks like it works, right? So, hopefully that's good. You guys can still see me like this. And then like this. And then today is going to be a day where you're going to see full body Al Trucker. That's probably going to hurt your eyes. Please comment on what it looks like, the image. Like, are you guys looking at me sideways? Or does it actually turn to look at me properly? I'm a little bit curious about that. Everything kind of sideways, but clear. Okay. So it's better if I can get myself looking like this. All right. I'm going to try to go for the full 20 minutes on here. It's hurting a lot. I'm sorry about the grunting. It's hurting a lot to do it. It's, yesterday's stream was really long. This one will be a little bit curtailed by the fact my phone's not plugged in down here. And my exercise is going to be what I do. Although I wonder if I could join my own stream from the computer later if I want to talk about anything else. I felt like yesterday's stream was a little all over the place, but I intended it to be. There were some not copyright claims, but just copyright questions saying that what I was using was copyrighted material, and so they have 30 days to respond. I don't know if they're going to take it down. But I ended the conversation yesterday on kindness towards people. A tree, so hopefully it's better now. Hopefully it's not sideways anymore. I wonder what happens when I click on this. This looks like something I could play with, but maybe not. Okay. So black camera, back ultra wide camera, back telephoto camera. Okay. Let's see what this does. Ultra wide. Switch. Okay, this is gonna look weird, right? I'm gonna change this. I wanna change this camera. No, that's not what I want. Okay. Front camera. There we go. Oh, that was weird. This here, 135. For I think 175 would be unreasonable. Okay, so that would be 40 pounds. I had 25-pound plates. Oh, I had 50 plates. 50. I had 25 on each side. How's that? Yeah, the blue. That's because I turned it to the back camera by mistake. I was trying to see if it would give me a wider view on the front camera. But I might, what I might do is see if the back camera does a better image and put the thing in this little tripod unit I got. Like, that is 20 minutes. 20 minutes on the treadmill. And up and down. Okay. And now we gotta look at things here. So I'm gonna look at what the camera can do. This. Each thing can only be used in the orientation you created. Okay. So, okay, there we go. This is my gym. A little bit of insulation on the floor because it fell out of the ceiling. That's my squat rack. My daughter has this Bosu sort of looking thing. I don't know what that's really called. She also has this fun little guy. She has a horse to ride. And it's stuck in here, and I don't want to wreck it. My daughter saw this. People run on these horses, and they do jumps. They run around on them like this. See, isn't this hilarious? Okay, and we have jumps. These jumps are for the dog. All right. Now we got a lot of organizing to do in the basement, but this is my gym. Treadmill. We got a floor pad. I got some weights on the rack, and I got this thing here. And then what I did was I got myself this phone holder type unit here. And see, the thing is, it will hold it like that. And I don't think... Siri, stop. Siri, stop. Jesus Christ, Siri. Siri's trying to do some shit here.
There's nothing to stop here.
Okay, good. Siri, stop it. 185 is reasonable. Okay. All right, so here, what I was thinking, if I put this... Stop, Siri. Stop. Okay. If I put this thing here... I'm on the back camera again. So what I was thinking is if I could get this thing to watch the weight from here, that I could have it be watching me lift the weight. I think it'll do that. So I'm gonna see where's the center here. All right. I mean, everybody Well, I won't be able to see what you're saying, but it's still running, right? Okay, there we go. All right. So start with 135. Oh. All right. Here we go. Oh. 135. Do a few here. There we go. There, that's a good warm up. Okay. All right. There we go. So I think that's a good warm up. I don't know if you guys can hear me because I'm a little ways away. Let's see what happens when I add 50 pounds. 50 pounds is 25 on each side. Because I'm a mathematician, so I know what that is. We got collars. Collars need to be put on here. I always lift with collars. You never know when you've had an arm injury. You never know when one arm might give out. So 135 plus 50 would be 185, right? Oh, I'm gonna take a short break and grab a sip of coffee because, you know, I'm a healthy man. There we go. All right, so a little bit of refreshment in me there. All right, so do 185 now. I'll do 4 reps maybe. Okay. There we go. There's 1, 2, 3, and there's 4. Whew. Okay. Oh, that didn't work that great. Okay. Oh yeah, that's good. You can see and hear me. Whew. That might be all I can do today. I'm breathing pretty fucking hard. So, you see how out of shape I am. 185 is easy to lift. Easy to lift it off the ground, no strain whatsoever. But, you know, lifting weights fairly rapidly does help build up cardiovascular, so I'm glad to have it, but it's a lot to the work as well, a lot. So, the next step would be 225, because I'd swap the 50 pounds for 90. So we'd add 40 pounds to what we have, right? 185 plus 40, 225, right? So, let's see if I calm down and get my lungs back under me. I'll do that. I'm getting a low glucose alarm, which is a little worrisome because I don't want to get dizzy. I think I'll do 225 for 2 reps. If people are cool with that plan. I mean, I don't even know who's here. Trees and Tori are talking. And this app doesn't tell you how many people are watching. But yeah, having my lungs fucked up did not do me any good. You know, moving my body around is hard, for sure. Living with obesity, being a very large person is tough. And hopefully on the camera comes out sort of what size person I am. I'm trying with my work with Obesity Canada and doing research and understanding it. I like the messaging there. I like the research we do, and I like the fact that we're figuring out that we shouldn't feel shame for having a disease, and metabolic dysregulation is caused by many things. It's not willpower. You know, if it was willpower, would you see me doing this? You know? That's a fucked up way to put things. A lot of people say it, and I'm not accusing people here, obviously. Just trying to share the message of things we hear. You know? There's an image on Twitter yesterday that I was really pissed me off. I can't remember if I mentioned it, but, you know, people make assumptions when they see people at a certain size about who they are, how they eat, how they live their lives, what kind of conditions they have in. You know, maybe they don't realize how hard we work just to move. You know, moving my own body's a fair bit. I'll tell you what, today, I got a plan. I weigh 335, I'm going to lift 335. I'm going to put 335 on there, I'm going to lift it one time. And show you I can lift my own weight. How's that sound? I think that's how I'm going to do it. So, 135, I need to add 200 pounds to this thing to get it to that. So I'm going to go set the weights up. Let me know. Let me try something. Does this give a good view of me lifting? I don't know if it does. Does it? Let me know if that works. Because if it does, what I'd like to do is this. Put it here. But I think that might work. I don't know. This tripod thing I got is weird. It's only meant to work in one direction. Not the band. I think they're a band. Okay. That's pretty good there, right? Okay. Let's do it. I'll lift my own body weight. Okay. I gotta do some math. Math is hard. Assuming you're lifting little weights around. Okay. Gotta figure out what I gotta add. Little weights. One of these. I have to do the math on adding. When you add 180 pounds, and you're adding 200, you need another 20 pounds. And so, if it's a 10-pound weight, and I can't find any, so I have to add a little more weight. So, how will this work? How does this work? I remember where my little weights are. Okay. So, there, that's 340 there. That's 25 there. Let's see what we get. Question is, can I lift it? The question is, can I lift it, right? I'll tell you what, I need lifting straps today. I need lifting straps because my hands are fucked. So, I can't lift it without this. Alright. Let's see what people are saying here. Man, do what you think you can do. I think I can do this. This is my goal. So this would be 135 plus 180 is, I can't remember what that is. I take 2 out of it. So it's 315. I need to add 20 to that. So I've added 50 instead. So So that's 50 to 315. So this is 365. I've weighed 365, I weighed 405. So let's see if I can do this. One lift, one rep max I'm gonna do here at 365. I think I can do it. Haven't been lifting for a while, but I think I can do it. Rolls the head a little bit. I'm doing this in my pajamas, which is a little difficult. But, you know, getting this weight up probably makes me feel like I've accomplished something, right? And I'm getting better. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Did a little hitch there so I wouldn't get the lift. Yep, there it is, 365. Okay. Well, I don't know what I did there. Did I fuck up the camera? I did. Okay. Okay. I don't know if my message went through. Okay. Front camera. There we go. All right. That was a lot of effort, right? To lift 365. It shouldn't be that much effort for me to do that weight. It's not a heavy weight for someone in my weight class. Going work. Oh, you got to go back to work, Tori? Okay, thanks. Thanks for watching. All right. Oh, you see it's a sunny day out there. So if I'm feeling better and I do my motorcycle, that make me feel pretty damn good, right? I'm gonna go try to start it right now. Make sure it's running. Okay. See, I gotta stop halfway up the stairs. That's how fucked my lungs are. It's like one flight of stairs from my basement to my main floor. Oh, it was good work, thank you. Oh, okay, sorry. I saw going work and I just thought it was going to work where the two got blipped out. Yeah, fucking auto carrot. Auto carrot should take the carrot and fuck itself. How's that? Is that too sexually charged? That thing fucking pisses me off. Oh, we do a tour of Al Trucker's house. But it's a fucking mess. It's a fucking mess. Okay. What I gotta do is find a charger for my phone. I probably have to sit down. I gotta find my keys for my bike though, eh? See if my bike will start. I know my bike keys are over here. It's been so long since I've been out. This is a triumph. Oh boy. My lungs feel terrible. Just fucking terrible. I feel like I'm gonna need my walker today again. Okay. Alright. Okay, if I fall down, I don't know. I don't know what to do. Okay. Let's see if the thing starts. Or if I have to find my charger, which I don't know where it went. And now I don't know where everything went. I want to make sure my Triumph will start. Let's see if we have electric. Oh, she's looking good. She's looking good. Let's see. That sounds fucking awesome. This is my bike here. My tools are all over the damn place. Oh, here we go. My garage, I feel terrible that I haven't been out here cleaning things up. I got a pile of stuff that was piling up. I was gonna take a day off of work when sometimes there's just no work for me. I was gonna take that day off and it just never fucking happened, and then I got so fucking sick. Oh, Tori, thank you. The Triumph Thunderbird's got 1600cc inline twin or parallel twin. It's a parallel twin. Most Harleys and Japanese hog knockoffs are V-twins. And the parallel twin from Triumph is just a beautiful sounding engine. It doesn't need special pipes or anything. Some people put them on. I love it. Mine's got standard pipes. It's a great sounding bike, great riding bike. I want to switch bike styles just because of what I want to do on a bike, which I didn't understand until I started riding what I wanted to do. So I tell you, what I want to do is see if I can join my own thing. Oh, my boy is here. The picture today is beautiful on this thing here. How do I do this? Back camera. Yeah. So they give you a picture every day on your screen. And my boy was playing Minecraft last night. He left his thing on, but every morning you open this up, it's a different picture. This is amazing. This big cliff that this town or city is built on. And this, like, look at this brick bridge, this sort of viaduct thing. What an amazing thing. I don't know where this is. The arches and stuff make me think this is somewhere in the old country. Maybe not my old country, but somebody's old country. Maybe, I don't know if it looks sort of Mediterranean, but it's beautiful. It's beautiful. And I can see there's only 6,500 years worth of layers going down there in that rock. Does everybody agree? All right, now, okay, so what I got to do is switch accounts to me. And I shouldn't be showing off stuff like this because, oh, for fuck's sakes. I don't want to dox my own son. Hit this. Shut down anyway. And then I can start it back up again. Oh, man, I'm an ugly motherfucker. Look at that. Oh, I gotta brush out my beard. It's getting gray too, eh? I'm bleeding. All right. So I got some exercise done, not much, but I'm able to lift my own weight and a little bit more, which is hopefully a good indication I'm getting better. But man, I feel worn out. I'm sweating. I'm shaking. I'm shaking a lot. And I'm starting a computer up again here, and it'll let me sign in as myself, I hope. And I switch from me to, I could switch to me now. And, oh shit, I think I forgot my PIN because I must have hit something wrong. And I want to see if I can switch over like to using the computer for this. I was shaking like this a while back. Okay, now, let's see what happens. See, like, I want to see if the Streamlabs thing will let me just switch over here, right? And I've noticed the Streamlabs thing has been fucking me up. Okay. Video capture device. There we go. Okay. No, I don't want this here. Okay, go live. Okay. I want to see if it'll let me join myself, right? Because it offered that. Did you know? It's opening up Discord. This is not what I'm trying to do. I guess the computer's just doing a bunch of stuff automatically, right? Okay, I think I closed it. It's opening up fucking Discord again. Oh, for fuck's sake. I'm not trying to do that. Okay. And gather. I have a gather spot. But I think we usually... People go meet at Jay's. Okay. Test right there. Okay. Live video. Okay, go there. Overlays. Camera. Editor. Okay, live video. You go up here. Okay, video capture device. Integrated camera, yeah, okay. Okay, close, okay. Go live. We'll see, okay. Can I go to exercise? I can go to my own one. Okay, confirm and go live. Okay, failed, okay. I don't know if this is gonna work. Chat is disabled for this live stream. Okay. Oh man. This thing doesn't work ever, right? It never fucking works. It never fucking works, right? Chat is disabled, which I don't think it really is. So I'm trying to join my own thing, right? Okay. And that, I saw it coming there. Video capture device. See, I want a studio mode. Layout editor. Okay. And I wanna do this, right? And I wanna put this here, right? Tab, copy, and paste. See, I don't know if I can do it. This is the thing, right? And I'm glad I'm not trying to entertain too many people here with this nonsense. See, I'm not trying to shop for something new, guys. Here, I'm trying to just put this in here, right? I want the camera here. I want live video to go right here. I want this to be this, right? It's recording something, but I don't know what it's doing, right? Save replay. Refresh chat camera. Okay, I don't know what's going on. I'm going to me to a website. Let's see what happens. Oh fuck! I'm trying to do gaming here, for fuck's sakes. It has me back from outer space here. It has me like just going to my fucking channel here. This is the last time I did something. This is not what I'm trying to do. Not what I'm trying to do at all here. Technical difficulties. In fucking deed. Hey, look, the chat's there. Okay, so sources. My webcam device. Image. Event list. Tasty Lempons. I don't know what the fuck that is. Display capture. No, image slideshow. I mean, I could do that. I could do that if I could audio output capture, window capture, lab cam, no. Audio output, okay, it's image. I mean, I'd love to do some images. Add source. Browse. Okay, done. I can't do it. Live video. Can I just put this here? Can I go to like layout editor? Or display scene selector? I don't know. Why can't I just say camera right here? Put this in here. Right, source selector. It just doesn't let me do it. It just doesn't let me do it. No. Here, I just want to put myself here, right? I just want to do this. And this one here. Okay. Can I pick it? Custom. Okay. I just switch this, right? Close. I don't know. I mean, I got the integrated camera there. Yeah, I want to use this camera. Anyway, it's it kind of sucks when you can't do what you want to do, but I just saw the camera flash there. I think the camera might be totally fucked, right? Deactivate. Configure video. Let's see what it does here, right? PC's Bluetooth is off. See, and maybe that's part of it. Because I could do, like, maybe I could cast my phone up here, right? I could turn the Bluetooth on. But I don't think this is going to work together, right? Activate. Here we go. I got it. Hey, am I there? Or I just have an image? Activate. I don't know. I don't know if there's like a second stream or if I joined the stream I wanted to join. Because that's kind of weird, right? Like this is what I'm looking at right here, right? Got a dinosaur here. I got my coffee cup and a robot. I got these little guys here. I got Kirby here. I got a Kleenex. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know what's going on, man. Man, lady. I don't know. I'm assuming Tori's a lady. I gotta stop assuming things about people. I'm pretty sure Tori's told me she identifies as a lady. See, like I had it for just a second there, right? Like I had this, right? I was in this, open the source properties. And the other thing is my son's computer is going like a mile a minute. I can hear like the cooler in the back, the fan thing is just, the fan is fanning. Here, let me put that there for a second. I'm pretty sure somebody more entertaining than me is out there streaming, but I'm lifting up the back of it to get some air. You are a lady. You know, I remember, do you remember this song? This song from, who was that guy? Was it Tom Jones? She's a Lady. Yeah, he was the guy. He had like the Sex Bomb song, and then he did like a collab with somebody doing like a rap type song. Tom Jones was a cool cat. I don't know if he was a good guy or not. I've never checked into that, but his music was cool. He might still be alive. I don't even know. I didn't follow his career that closely. He was very popular in my early 20s. He kind of like made a reappearance. And I'm not going to put any music in my stream because that doesn't seem to go very well for me because people complain. People complain. And, oh, you know what? It says I got 2 people here. Okay. Yeah, well, that's great. So I don't know if Trees is still watching or somebody else is watching, or if I'm watching my own stream here. I'm very good at acting, very ladylike, very often. Well, Tori, me neither. I was talking to the guy that I work with at Obesity Canada, and he mentioned that like maybe I need a different title, sort of casually while we were talking, and then I texted him back and I said, "Is BMF taken? Is that an option?" I've joked about being a BMF a few times. Is Native Atheist here? Whoa, she's a lady. Whoa, she's a lady. The kind, something, and take her out to dinner. I think those are the lyrics. I don't freaking know. I was thinking I should sing one more of my songs. I'm just going to close this motherfucker here. Because this is, I tell you, this is just, it's a disaster. Streamlabs on this computer is a fucking disaster. Good to see you, Native Atheist. NA, we usually shorten it to because we're lazy. And it says it closed due to an error. I tell you, it might have been set hotkeys. Close. It's trying to restart. The motherfucker's trying to restart. Anyway, I am trying to be a bad motherfucker. That's a BMF. I don't know if you're allowed to say that on a stream. But in case you didn't know, my streams are not safe for children. Not because I'm going to hurt children, but because if you don't want them to learn a very extensive, vulgar, and rude lexicon of terminology, you do not want them to hang around me for very long. Because I am a loquacious elocutionist, and I also know a lot of bad fucking words. I can even swear in French, tabarnak. See, my teeth aren't blue. I think I need to brush my teeth, though. I'm thinking of getting that teeth whitener stuff, because I used to smoke. I drink a lot of coffee. Apparently, if you whiten your teeth, you got to stop drinking coffee. And I'm thinking, that's a motherfucking deal breaker right there, ain't it? If that ain't a deal breaker, I don't know what is. Anyway. And I'm unlisted. I don't know what that is. Let me see. Access is unlisted. Public. Apply. Okay. All right. I didn't realize it wasn't public. So like maybe only people that are like sub to me and have notifications turned on are getting it or something. Not really sure. All right. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go here. And I'm not going to show my screen until I get my good shit up here. Go to my inbox, make sure I'm in the right thing. This thing's mad at me because I don't have enough space, but I don't really need them to do that. Benting and Best. Iowa 80. Oh, I tell you. You ever been to the Iowa 80? If you're in the trucks and shit that they have, I tell you, they got some cool shit. And they sent me like one of these, you know how people with stores, like they want you to subscribe and you'll save 10% on your first order or whatever. Well, if I ever get to the Ottawa, I go to Ottawa frequently for work. Iowa 80. Don't Streamlabs heard that it is a massive pain in the ass. Streamlabs is a massive pain in the ass, Tori. Think about like the biggest, baddest rasp style metal butt plug that you've ever seen anyone selling on a sex toy site. And if you want to go to a sex toy site, type in the code Brentley at adamandeve.com. I haven't seen Brentley in a while because I think I've been streaming over him or just tired or doing something else when he streams. I think he, like me, doesn't have a set schedule. So I'm just doing what I do when I can do it, right? So, but I tell you, Iowa80.com, they got some cool shit. And I would love, I mean, it's not my own truck, so I'm not going to like dress it up, but I would love to get like the cool knobs for the brake. And I'm going to see if I can, I'm just going to turn this around for a second. Okay, do this. Like, this is the kind of stuff they have, like if you don't know trucks, you're not going to know. These are the knobs for like your brakes, your parking brakes. So they got this one, the tractor's like a mule, and the trailer's like a wagon, kind of cool old shit. And the gauges with like the lights and stuff, so you can match them to your truck. And then these types of switches, this is what, like if you drive a Packard truck and you have like the old toggles, this is the way to go. You get like these jeweled things like this. And it's actually a lot easier when you're driving to have like something bigger and sticking out a little bit, so you can flip the switch on something like your Jakes or your lift axle or something like that. These dash screws, so the screws that hold your dash panels in, usually they're just like a little black or silver sort of thing, and so you can replace them with these nuts, right? They look really cool. And unlike these nuts, which is D the squirrel and his nuts, these ones look really, really pretty. And then they've got like all this kind of trim stuff and dash vents and stuff. It's cool. And then you end up with a truck like this. And like if I had a truck, I mean, I would have like the purple fun fur on the headliner and shit like that. But yeah, doing the bedazzling. And this reminds me of something. I saw an ad about this, or like an article about this. I have a friend who will remain nameless, but I have a friend from real life who is a, I think she's like a feminist activist type person. I think that's a fair thing to say. And I am too. I like to protect what women need and want in society. So, I agree with her on that. But she sent me an article on something. I think she wrote, I mean, she might have written an article in response to it, but I think she sent me an article explaining about something I'd never heard of. And when I think about, I'm not going to get into like major details about my sex life. I'm just going to say I'm a man who's had sex a couple of times, and I have a vagina fetish. So like, I mean, maybe I would enjoy these decorations. I've never seen them. I'm not going to speak for my wife and her preferences, but I'm pretty sure she wouldn't do this. But so here's the thing: you've heard of bedazzling, right? Where you are like putting like rhinestones on your coat, like have like a Dolly Parton style jacket, or like Liberace. Jess, this is a super awkward time because I'm talking about vajazzling, which is this thing where you go and you don't just get yourself sort of shaved or waxed or whatever. I think this fad came and went. Here, I gotta put this back up here, Jess, so you can see I'm talking about. So like this is something truckers do to like dress up their trucks, right? They put the screws in with the little jewels, and these little jewels here for the toggles. Packard trucks have toggles like this. The older ones, the new ones they've switched to different type of switches. With the Packard trucks that my company has doesn't have these. You can also get these shifter kits, right? And then you can get like a nice chrome. You get this chrome thing, and you can put like a knob on this. And I think if I go to buy now, I bet what's going to happen is it's going to take me. You can see like the other knobs. See, this shifter kit's $271 American dollars, but then it should show. I can see the mud flaps here for the KW. See, so you put like a knob like this on. So this is for a 13 speed. It's got the red shifter, and then this is just a knob to hold on to. It doesn't do anything. But yeah, vajazzling. Type a 1 in the chat if you've ever azzled your vag, because like, I mean, I think it would look cool. I've never, as much as much as I'm a fan of looking at naked ladies on the internet, I've never actually looked it up. But you know, this is Deck Out Your Dash here with the ad. But you can do all sorts of stuff to a transport truck, and I'm, you know, as a lover of transport trucks, I mean, it's awesome and everything. But yeah, so what I was gonna do here is I was gonna go and look at. I'm not gonna show my screen again because I don't want to dox other people I work with, because I have, the way this comes in, I have one thing for all my stuff coming in. So Google Docs is what I want to find, right? Yeah, you're gonna open up Google Docs. So what I was thinking is, like, I would just annoy everyone with some of my songs, right? This is not the one. I did come up with some stuff here. I thought what I would do is I would sing Hoven Time for people, but yeah. And Jess, I'm glad you came by. Jess, it's great to see you. I think I already sang this one, right? About, like, I wanna know what love is by who did that song? Why can't I remember? Was it Journey? Because I did the one about getting older, right? I gotta make a thingy rhyme, a little rhyme to go with Boulder. I better dig into this mine. I got bursitis in my shoulders. You guys remember that one? All right. Jess, is it your birthday? Happy birthday. All right, we're gonna sing happy birthday to Jess. All right, let me see see if I can get my singing voice in gear here. Get another sip of coffee in me here. One of the greatest bands ever, Dr. Teeth and the Electric Mayhem on my shirt here. So it's a very musical thing. Brainless. You think I'm a weirdo? Wait till you meet, oh fuck, there's nobody weirder than me. I am the weirdest Al. You know there's Weird Al Yankovic? I'm the weirdest Al. I'm Al Trucker. All right. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jess, who rolls an asteroid. Happy birthday to you. All right. That's the best I can do. And I am a really bad singer. So Jess, I owe you something. A major apology, I guess. So yeah, I was thinking about this because I was playing the back song for this. And I was thinking about when I wrote this song for Hovind and his ilk. And I think, like, if I find it, I could just yeah, here it is. Ken Hovind's a cunt and just a real piece of shit. And so I wrote this song from, is it Supersonic? I think Supersonic. Semisonic? Maybe, I don't know. Somebody who knows music can remember the name. As people that listened to my music thing yesterday, they got all these copyright assertions. Where we didn't have this anyway. So this guy wrote this song. I don't know whether people know this, but the song was about his wife. His wife is pregnant and the baby's due any time. And so the song sings, like, at the end of, like, it's time to get out of the bar, which is the way I heard it all the time when I was a young man hanging out at the bars. And I found my wife, she found me on the internet. Bars never got me anywhere. But see, the thing is, I wasn't this sexy as a young man. Is Zach here? Oh, the shaken fist. Welcome, Zach. Okay, so now you're in for a treat, and this treat is gonna fuck you up. Okay, here we go. Hoven time. Open up his mind and it spills out like a goo. Hoven time. Structured cash deposits, tax department audits landed him inside the pen. Hoven time. Strawberries and pine cones gave birth to his denial of anything that is true. Hoven time. Dinosaurs are dragons, but dogs make other dogs. He don't know what polyploidy is. He don't know what evolution is. Time for him to call his interlocutor dumb. Hove in time, DAL is broken. The ark floats on an ocean, but we didn't come from a rock. So gather up his monkeys who laugh 'cause he's not funny. I hope he finds it one day soon. Hove in time, every old joke, coffin preaching is steeped in Jesus leaving at the door. Yeah, he don't know what evolution is. He don't understand what just was said. He don't know his ass sucked up his head, so we groan. Hove in time, fraud, dishonesty, and bleedings, constant census beating about God. He don't know what polyploidy is. He don't know what monophyly is. He don't know that he just shit the bed, so we groan. Yeah, he don't know what evolution is. He don't know what just was said. He don't know his ass sucked up his head, so we groan. Hove in time. Every time he talks, he just said something skull bashingly dumb. Okay, and that's it. That's it. I want you singing this with some swing backing style, or maybe just a woman in red on a piano. You know what? I'd like to read a woman on a piano. Yeah, all right. Feel free to call me Jess. Yes. Jess, this is Jess we call, okay. So the Shaken Fist is Zach. The How to Rule an Asteroid is Jess. Al Trucker is just Al. Tori is Tori. Native Atheist is NA. Look at the Trees is Trees. And yeah, maybe that's good. Anyway, I don't know if I could sing Lady in Red. But Anyway, I thought people might appreciate my song about Hovind. He's kind of a piece of shit. And then I have this one. And I like this song. I like the real song here, and I rewrote the words to it. And this one is called. The original song was it Black Hole Sun? I don't know. I think this song was originally called Black Hole Sun. So I rewrote the words to this about flat Earth people. Oh, a friend is calling. Okay, see you later, Brainless. Yeah, and Brainless, Brainless is Brainless. Brainless has a real name, but we don't use it online. And Brainless is a friend of mine who I know well enough to know his real name, but we don't say it. So, see you later, Brainless. I'll call you your real name next time we're chatting in private. You just call him Brainless. The Brainless steal is just too long. And Brainless is how he answers. So people have nicknames, and then they have nicknames for their nicknames, which is a lot of fun. And the more people you get to know, the more you know their other nicknames, right? Okay, here we go. In the sky, there's a glow. Oh, this guy, well, he don't know. Hides the truth, lies all day. In the sun's unending race, plasma heats, flurfs they bleed. Never facts, flat is dead. Call me names from your screen, and I'll hear you whinge and moan. Flat Earth sun, fuck that's dumb. Days would never go away. Flat Earth sun, fucking dumb. You're fucking dumb. From your bum, stumped again. Cold hard facts, squealing wrong-headed loose ends. Fuck, that's wrong. No honest men are flirts for long. For the curve and the bend, in my scope, angles sleep. In my head, the mass I keep. Levels send the derp away. No one thinks that you're smart. Flat Earth, son, fuck that's dumb. Where the fuck is your brain? Flat Earth, son, so fucking dumb, so fucking dumb. Flat Earth, son, up it comes and never sets away. Flat Earth, son, so fucking dumb. Out your bum. Out your bum. Fucking dumb. Wake up, son. Wake up, son. Smack my head. Stab my ears. What the fuck did I just hear? Flat Earth, son. Wow, that's dumb. And you can't fucking explain. Flat Earth, son. Fuck, you're dumb. Fucking dumb. And I basically just go on and on with that. And then because it's long, I'll just, I don't want to like hurt people. I'm already hurting people with my bad singing. Evidence, show me some. It never comes. It never comes. I mean, it's the most unsatisfying fucking thing. At least, if you go jerk off on the internet, eventually you're gonna fucking come. But evidence for flat Earth, that ain't never coming. That's why it's so fucking frustrating. All right, there we go. All right, so I think everybody has gone away. Unlike the flat Earth, son. Like, where the fuck would it go? Where the fuck would it go? Explain that to me. Explain to me, if you're a flurf, I don't know flurfs watch me. They don't know that they could come here and troll me and shit. Because I'm so small, they don't know. I got a piece of butter wrapper in there. Good shit, man. Like Zach, you like my lyrics? Yeah, my singing is bad, but I think my lyrics are pretty solid. I kind of like them. Of course, I wrote them. I wouldn't have written them if I didn't think they were good, right? Oh, under or atmosphere stops the light. Yeah, that's what they're saying with the Rayleigh criterion will make it impossible to resolve the sun. Holy fuck, the sun's so fucking big. That's impossible. Like, just fucking impossible. Oh. Your singing isn't bad. The lack of confidence. What am I doing to Ken Hovind one with? You know what, Zach? Zach, are you a good singer? I mean, you must be. You're a New Englander who moved to Old England. Isn't that right? Is that correct? I hope I got that right. All right. Okay. I'm just gonna hang up my headphones so they're charged up so I can listen to science or flirfs when I go to bed tonight. Oh. Yeah, my house is in good shape because it's new, but it's falling apart in some ways. Yeah, I'm from Maine and I live in the UK. Yeah, and Shake, I don't want you to dox yourself. I don't know if you've ever mentioned whether you're in England per se or Scotland or Wales or where you moved to. Oh, and I know from what I remember, you it wasn't a choice you were making actively yourself. I think you were dragged there by a parent or something. I think you said Northeast England. Yeah, so you moved from New England to Old England, literally. I'm sorry if the circumstances weren't good, but yeah, West even. You're from Wayne. Okay, Maine, not Wayne. Holy fuck. Does Al Trucker need a snack? I think he does. For those of you that just joined, Tori was here earlier and saw me lifting. And Trees was here. I don't know if Trees saw the lift. I can't remember. Trees is a busy guy. He makes knives and shit, I think. And so does, I think AR makes jewelry. Or works with metallurgy. And Trees does something like that. Zach, do you have a vocation that you've ever shared? I don't remember what you said about that. If you're in, if you have a trade or something you do, or even something that's a hobby. I need to watch more of your stuff, but you do a lot of talking about religion. You're on topic, Zach. That's what I'm trying to say. Oh, you're piercer. Okay. So I'm assuming not an ear piercer, but the kind of person that you'd put a Prince Albert in the end of my my knob end if somebody felt like that needed to be done or something like that, or like the nose rings and whatnot. Oh, Jesus. I just want to make sure I have something to eat here. I think that's too old. This I can eat. This I can eat. It's 1 o'clock, 1,300 hours here. So I think it's fair that I have some food. And since my sugars were going low while I was exercising, I think it's a perfect time for me to add some protein and some fiber to my body here. So I'm here in my house. I have a very nice home that I hope one day to own. But right now the bank is trying to make that really fucking hard, and so the government's encouraging them to do it. They're finally lowering interest rates here after I locked in, because if it had gone up any further or changed, we would have been sunk. So I had to make a terrible decision. The timing was just wrong for us. If we'd been able to hold on 6 months, we might have been able to have a better situation. But my wife and I are conservative financially. I think we're pretty liberal socially. So yeah, so that's cool. That's cool, Zach, that you did piercings. I'm not into piercings for myself. I do think they look really good on other folks. I know people were. I think Beamsy wasn't so sure about Siobhan Mangus's nose piercing, but I think like a lot of them can be cool. My wife is like just into like pierced ears and stuff. I don't think she wants to get anything else, but I don't mind them. 47 days as a libertarian. Yeah, no, but you know what? You know what I've noticed is that people like to have a libertarian when it's just about what's going on in their life, but they don't like it when it's affecting their entire life, because it takes away funding from things that we all need. The libertarian mindset's fine until you realize how much you rely on government infrastructure to make your life work. You know, that's something. It lose the balls. I lose the balls to them. Yeah, Zach, are you on? Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question, Jess, if Zach's on there. I think, if I remember correctly, I think Jess told me she has piercings and tattoos or something. But I could be wrong. I'm bad at remembering stuff like this. But yeah, I've certainly encountered lots of people that have all sorts of piercings that are maybe something other than the standard ones. People want to be more rich and not pay the government. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, is libertarianism only works if you don't live in a society, right? It's like, let me do whatever I want, whenever I want, and don't make me pay for anything. Yeah. That's the problem, is like, if you're libertarian in terms of like let people do what they want to do, if it's reasonable, but like you can't just have a lawless society with no rules. You am on just under the shaken fist. Okay, we gotta look for you. Yeah, and I usually try to show people stuff. Zach has a great channel, and so does Jess. And this is gonna be loud. Just making some coffee. Yeah, Jess from Canada. Yeah, did you guys know that Jess and I are from the same area of Canada? And she lives not so far from me. I'm not doxing either of us, but we're both in Ontario. And yeah, one day Jess and I might get to meet or something. Because Jess has been willing to travel places like Kentucky, so I'm pretty sure Jess was one of the people that went down to meet Joe for that little meetup, and Trees, I think, was there too, so that was really cool. And I wish I could have gone to that. And all right. Oh, someone liked my creation. Board game night with Al. Yeah, well, and you know what? And that's the thing. I think we talked about getting our families together and letting them hang out. They were going finally charging my phone. And you know what? We have board game night here at our house every once in a while, and we have some cool games. Gray, my son, he has he has this Jurassic Park game that's really complicated, but he and I have mostly figured it out. My wife and my daughter were like, no way, we're not doing it. Yeah. But I think Gray and I love intricate little things to work on, and I don't know. It's funny because everybody has a different way of handling things. Now I just got to figure out how to eat sausages without making it look like a really weird thing online. Probably what I'll do is I'll chat for a little bit longer and then wrap this up. If you're rewatching from the beginning, you've seen me do some exercise because that's how I started it out. And I lifted my own weight plus a little bit for 1 rep max today. But I can't. I can't what, Zach? You can't. Are you saying, no, I think you're calling me a cunt. I think you misspelled cunt. Shaken fist, auto carrot, fucked up cunt. But yeah. There isn't anything on there yet. Okay. Eat sausages without looking a bit suspect or whatever. Yeah, I mean, like, it's not possible, right? Like, I go and I grab this little sausage here and I'm like, that's going to look really weird, right? So I'm not going to do that. Yeah, I just can't, right? Yeah, okay. I see, like, Zach probably is like me and has, like, giant thumbs that, like, just hit all sorts of things. And what I always do is I hit like, the send button by mistake and have my sentences cut up into little pieces when I'm trying to type whatever key it is that's right near the space bar or the return. I think it's the space bar and the return which sends the message out. I think it's the YouTube app on my phone does that to me. It's the most annoying one. So yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap it up because there's no way I'm gonna eat sausages on the internet. If I eat sausages on the internet, someone should pay me. Take 50 words a second and never look back. Yeah, Zach, I'm gonna get tested for ADHD. My doctor and a bunch of other people are pretty sure I have ADHD. And my wife is looking forward to me being medicated for it. My boss probably is too. See what happens. I don't know if it would make me better at my job. Like, I think my job is actually, because you have to pay attention to so many different things at once when you're driving heavy haul and even loading, like, it's good, but you can also get distracted a little bit. So you want to make sure you don't make mistakes. For me, it's just a matter of, like, my double check is more of a triple check on the critical stuff. And I've made mistakes a couple of times, but I usually figure it out. And I try to make my mistakes few and far between. And I haven't made any mistakes at work while I've been off. That's good. You know, I have a clean slate. Haven't scratched the fender or anything the whole time I've been off. But yeah, there's a thing you can do in heavy haul with the float where you can leave the stinger down. And I've done it once where I forgot for sure. And I know there's one time I know it fell down. Like, I know the hydraulics leaked or something and let it down, but I don't know. Use music and audiobooks to distract your inattention while doing stuff that require concentration. Yeah, and I do too. Zach, I didn't even realize I was doing it, but, like, I'm listening to people like myself, like people that are talking heads on the internet like this, talking about stuff. I do that. So now, last night, I'm going to talk about this for a second. Last night, I was enjoying a Discord debate, and it's available on Medicinal Mass Media. I don't know if anybody here is a mod and could find it. But if anybody is and they can, that's great. If not, I'll try to find it and link it in the description later because I think they played it. So Sea Lion Prime, who's what is that guy's name? Lucas? Anyway, he was having a debate with Sean G. Now Sean G, I think also Sean G was talking to MC Toon recently too. The last night or the night before, he was talking to him about, like, the final experiment. So Sean G's a character in the Flat Earth universe, but now I think he's a former Flat Earther, and he was talking to Sea Lion Prime, and I tell you, I listened to it live for a bit and I fell asleep. It was happening late, and I don't know where Sean G is. I know Sea Lion lives, like, out in the west somewhere, like maybe Mountain or Pacific time. I'm really not sure, but I'm pretty sure they're, like, way out west somewhere. So like, for them, it might not have been so late, but like by midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, I was asleep, and it went on until late. And I woke up this morning. I was the only person left in in the voice chat thing, and they had it so it was just everyone was muted but the two interlocutors, and I think there might have been a moderator just to keep them from getting crazy. You start making fun of the flat earth stuff and such. You're getting stuck on religion. Well, and so it's interesting that religion and flat earth sort of intersect, and that's how I got into listening. And I was like, what? Seriously? Like I literally, like, I'd heard of it and I was like, oh, I was like, yeah, there's 5 idiots that are doing this, or they're just taking the piss out of people, right? But yeah, no, when I found it, like, it's a real movement and people think this and reasons they give for shit. And I was having a sort of casual conversation on Discord with a group this morning, and that came up. It's like, what's the reason behind, like, why is everyone lying to everyone about the shape of the earth? Because that's sort of like part of their premise. But last night they were hung up on, and Sea Lion Prime, I thought, did a pretty good job. And I to be fair, I'm on his side with stuff, and he's not like a friend of mine for any length of time here. He's a guy I've talked to a little bit and get along with, and I agree with him on things, which makes it easy to take his side, right? But here's what I want to say about him, just generally speaking. He's pretty smart, and he's well informed, and he also won't go on about stuff he doesn't know about. He'll say, hey, I don't know, I'll have to check into that, and he's honest about it. But there's stuff he does know. And the conversation they had last night was not about flat earth. It was just about, like, what you know and how you know it. And Sean G, who I think is a semi-reasonable person, and Sea Lion Prime had this argument that, like, it got a little bit heated a little bit, and it got a little bit like they were upset with each other, but they got hung up on definitions. But one of the things that Sean G said, and I will try to link this so people can hear it, and I'm not set up so that I can share like a thing like I do sometimes with the StreamYard, so, like, I can't show you directly what they were saying. And Sea Lion Prime is the guy who was debating Alan and whatnot from a couple of weeks ago that I was kind of tearing apart. So to get itself together and let me see your stream on my TV. Okay, Tori, that's good. That's good. Well, I'm sorry that I'm that large on your TV. I am one ugly motherfucker, you know. That is a quality that not enough people have on the internet. Looking up stuff is cool and admitting, yeah. And so there's that, but also, so what Sean G was getting at is, like, theoretical physicists, when they come up with an idea, and it's not something that we can yet test or observe directly, that it therefore isn't reality. But he did agree, and this, I think, is an important thing. Sean G and Sea Lion Prime agreed on one part of it, which is that a thing can be true before we know it. Like, for instance, before a single human ever existed, gravity was a true thing happening in the universe. So were, the fundamental forces. They were happening. And because they were happening, matter and energy were in different states prior to, like, after the Big Bang and prior to the CMBR and other stuff being put out, the recombination. But we don't know everything about everything, right? I don't know that we'll ever know 100% of everything about the universe, other than 42, obviously. 42 is very important. But I think what's more important, and I'm gonna wrap this up, is that if you spend all of your time hung up on words and you can't agree on what things mean, it's very hard to have a conversation. And some people don't like defining terms because they end up defining terms in a weird way. And I think that it would be nice if we could get people to agree on what things are. And the particular argument they were having is that Hawking radiation, which is emitted from black holes, is a theory that Stephen Hawking came up with. And Hawking radiation is something that I think most people agree must exist from the framework of what he came up with, but we don't have a way to observe and test it directly. And observing and testing things directly when they're in celestial bodies doesn't necessarily involve, like, taking a beaker in space and going and collecting some Hawking radiation in the beaker, putting a cork on it, and bringing it back to Earth to steady it. There are lots of things we can do to steady and detect matter and energy in places in the universe. And the fact that we can't directly observe something doesn't mean it isn't happening. And just because something works out mathematically also doesn't mean that it is happening. So we have to admit that there's things we don't know. We also do know, though, that theoretical physicists have come up with the frameworks for how something would work. They've worked out the math, and they've done it, like, say, in the case of Einstein, for instance, he did that work in a time where he got to see some of his stuff proven, and some of it, better proofs came later. There's things that he figured out that people found out more about later, but he did live to see some of his stuff come to fruition. But it is things we can't. So, Zach, I had looked it up and found out that it hadn't been directly observed, Zach. But I will check that again. Mathematics is my least bit of physics. There is so much that only is there because, well, math fits. Yes, since we have not all the parameters, it makes me dislike. So math is okay. You can dislike the math, but math is essentially the language in which physicists communicate about things that are going on. So when a phenomenon is observed or hypothesized that it would happen, oftentimes it's the direct result of doing math. It is really hard to do theoretical physics, knowing that there's lots of things we can't directly observe. I'm gonna look up Hawking radiation again, because I was under the impression that we had detected evidence of Hawking radiation, but not direct evidence of it. We found some things that helped back it up. But I will look that up, because the article I read may have been out of date. Yeah, so string theory. There's string theory still has legs, but it is not fully proven, or it's not evidenced enough to say it is now part of not general theory, of like a unified theory, I think is what we refer to everything together. It may not be possible to have a unified theory, because there are probably things going on. There are probably phenomena in the universe that we can't ever see or understand. Hey, Commander, good to see you. Good to see you. Glad you dropped in. It's good to see you here. I keep missing Commander's broadcast because they're always happening when I got other stuff going on, and I think this weekend's a busy one too. But please go check out Commander's show. It's always fun. Commander, I'm not sure if they are doing a show this coming weekend, because I haven't been paying attention to Discord there too much. I've been mired in this flat Earth conversation, and I'm really bad at observing everything all at once, even though the ADHD thing seems to be a part of what I do, and I flit around all over the place. But I'm bad at retaining details about, like, what day is this happening. I am good at remembering that something is happening. That's about it. And I'm realizing now as I sit here getting ready to eat some lunch, like, holy fuck, I've got some emails to return and stuff like that. So anyway, I've done this for an hour and a half. I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm sorry, Commander. I don't know if you've been lurking, but I'm wrapping this up now, because I've done an hour and a half of this, and I'm gonna eat my lunch. So I gotta make sure my sugars come back up. But I want to say I love and appreciate everybody that comes by and wants to chat and support me. It's been a long road to recovery here. It's been rough. It's given me a lot of time to think, and a lot of time to observe and give thought to the work I do as an advocate for patients, and for just good medicine. I've had some meetings this week about that, and I really appreciate the fact that the downtime I have for being sick is giving me a chance to think about what I volunteer on too. And hopefully it's going to work out well to make things good. And when the products get out, I'll share somehow with people I know on Discord. I don't know if I'll put a general publication out on YouTube, because maybe it might be a little too public, but I will share the work that we do when it's ready for release to the public, and hopefully people will enjoy it. And if you happen to be Canadian and want to participate, we're going to be putting out a request for people to fill in some information. So if you live in Canada and you meet certain qualifications, reach out to me, because there's going to be a thing where you can just answer some questions. It'll be a small survey for our project, and we're going to select some stories from it and tell them as part of our knowledge mobilization and our work to educate and inform people. So, if you're a Canadian person and you know me here and you live in Canada and you meet certain qualifications, mainly that you live with obesity and or diabetes, and you care for someone with those, I'm really interested in talking to anybody that does that. So it won't take too much time. I'm going to guess maybe 15 minutes to half an hour, maybe up to an hour, depending on how much you want to share. But I'm going to put the word out to people I know. I really appreciate the fact that I got a lot of great friends out here and a few Canadians that watch. So that's something you've dealt with, and you're watching this, and you're like, hey, I want to share a story. It can be done in confidence. They can be anonymous or not. I just want to put that out there because that's something I'm going to be coming up with. And so if people tell me they want to make sure they're invited to it, I'll invite them. And I know it's something that touches a lot of people's lives, whether they live directly or indirectly by caring for someone. So many people talk to me about this when I mention what I do, and I've decided to keep mentioning it and keep pushing it because the work that these groups are doing is amazing, and I'm excited and honored to be a part of it. But I also have decided that I need to take ownership of my position as an advocate and not have it just be something I quietly do in the corner. I don't want to be overly preachy about stuff like this, but I want to make sure people know that I'm involved and engaged, and that I'm ready to converse with people about it. And I think part of the plan is to educate possibly myself, but possibly other people, how to communicate with members of government and stuff like that. And I have some mixed feelings about the types of people that get into that, but they are there. They need to be talked to, and changing policy and changing the direction that things go in is a big job. And this country is large geographically, and there's a lot of different parties involved, and unifying them together is hard. And even though the science behind this isn't my jam, it's become something I've had to pay attention to. And so I'm trying to take my love of certain types of science and apply my brain to that stuff. And I hope it works out. I know this is sort of a rambling end to the show. I appreciate everybody that came to watch me do a little workout and see me try to get in better shape so I can get back to work. I was so wiped out after just lifting one heavyweight one time. So I know I can't work yet, but I'm getting there, and I appreciate everybody's support. Yes. So yeah, and Zach, thank you. Appreciate the support. There's a lot of people here in the chat. I mean, if you're here watching it later, like these people all have great channels and content. So, Deep State Annex, The Shaken Fist, Look at the Trees. Tori, I think you don't do content. But Tori you see over at DC's channel. And Wendy comes by, Jen from Miss Pico speaks, and Wendy is MLM no, I think. I don't know how to spell that. Ken Hovind song, I'm serious. I see that being a nice little swing or something. Yeah, so you know what, Zach? I'll reach out to you on Discord, because like if you've got some musical talent and want to help me, I'd love to put it together, and I can share the lyrics with you so you can see what it's like. And I think you could like, and I was gonna share it with my guitar. I'm gonna get my guitar out today and try to pick on a bit, tune it and see. I brought it up from downstairs because I wanted to get it out and work on it a little bit. I'm gonna sit around at home. I can play video games, which I'm gonna do, but I do a little bit of that. Do you have 2 songs over there? I have lots of. Oh, yeah, that's cool. That's cool, Zach. Yeah, that's what I told you. Not only do it, you feel like not kick your own ass any harder. Yeah, thanks, Tori. Yeah, no, and I don't think I kicked my ass too hard, but it took me to the edge of my ability, I think, right? I think, well, Tori was there, maybe Trees was there. You can see I was at the edge of my rope in terms of what my lungs could handle, and then I had to go get myself upstairs and sit down. And I made some lunch too, so. But yeah, and my sugar monitor that's on there was like freaking out while I was working out too. And that happens. I think I'm making a mistake. I think the type of gluten-free cereal my wife's been buying me is tasty, but I think it's maybe got a little bit too much processed sugars and grains in it. I think the way they're processed is maybe a little bit too fast carbs, right? Anyway, yeah. So you have 2 songs. Yeah. So you know what, Zach? I'm definitely gonna reach out to you on Discord. I'm gonna wrap this up because I spent 7 minutes saying goodbye, and you know, that's a long ass time to say goodbye. I just want to appreciate everybody. I'll probably do some writing again later, and see what comes of it. And yeah, I also this is one other thing I'm gonna put out there. If people have a favorite sort of style of comic or graphic novel or anything that you're into, drop me a comment here or on Discord if you're in a server with me or you know me. Reach out to me. I'm looking to look at different types of content because the project we're doing, we're looking for ways to do it in a graphic novel type format. So something we're thinking about. Yes, Zach, I'm gonna find you somehow. And I think Jess wanted to see if you were out there too. Yeah, I wanna just thank everybody one more time, and then I'm gonna press stop, and we're gonna be done. Have a great day, everyone. I hope you're having a great day, no matter when you're watching it. Oh, great, you've been talking to Jess. Perfect.